Live on the much delayed after show today. Just opening up the chat just in case we get some chat people in here. Alrighty, and I'm going to type in some links and then we'll get going here. Schedule a free financial coaching consultation / assessment, and that is ramseycoach.com/coach Steve Money. Email about anything. That's Coach. It's also right there. Coach Steve Money. Typing incorrectly. money@gmail.com. That one went to Twitch. Simul streaming on Twitch as always. For what reason I don't know, but we occasionally get somebody from there. And finally, donations. Because as you can see on there, I have 304 subscribers. Need 1,000 subscribers to be monetized by YouTube. Or like even to get super chats or anything like that. You can't do anything without 1,000 subscribers. Let's see. But you can donate to paypal.me/coach Steve Money, and that's done through PayPal. Alrighty, nobody in the chat yet. So I was supposed to do this at 9:30 p.m. and it is 11 p.m. now. I grossly underestimated Friday night traffic and trying to eat at Chick-fil-A. After a movie that got over about 8:45, I thought it was going to be over at 8:30. And that movie, of course, was Spider-Man, and it is excellent. Spider-Man No Way Home. Definitely recommend. Alrighty, so what do we want to do here? You're going to do it a little bit different tonight since it's 11 p.m. I don't want to sing loud and wake up my neighbors or bother my neighbors. So what I'm gonna do is, why isn't that? Why can't I see that? Lost my notes on there. It's behind something. Oh, there it is. Oh, it went way down there. I don't know why. All right, just some technical difficulties. All right. Okay, now we should be all good to go. Let me check that. Yes, we are good. Check this, make sure we're running okay. We are. Ramsey Show, Aftershow, Show After Dark. And this is show number 175. Alrighty, so since, make sure I have the right, yep. Okay, so since we can't do it regular, I'm still going to sing a little bit, but I'm going to sing quietly and abbreviated versions of the songs. So of course you know what day today is out of the week. It's Friday, getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend, partying, yeah. Budgeting, yeah. Fun, looking forward to the weekend. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round young virgin, Wally and child Wally, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. So if you want to have financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Live from Columbus, OH, it's the Ramsey Show Aftershow show, brought to you by Tina Scher, the Queen of Sheba. Here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat and the people in it, all things financial and whatever else I want to talk about. I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I'm a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment with me at the link at the top of the chat. It's also in the description of the video and also right here on my YouTube banner. And that takes you to ramseycoach.com/CoachSteveMoney. If you have any questions at all about anything, you can email me at CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. You can ask me about anything having to do with financial coaching or Oak Island or video gaming or computers in general or some of the songs I've written. Yeah, any of that, I'll be more than happy to talk to you about that. As I try to find my notes again. What else we got? Instagram and Twitter, Coach Steve Money, no spaces on those, and I definitely need to post on the Grom more. I will try to get on that this weekend. And if you'd like to donate to the channel so I can make it better, that's paypal.me/CoachSteveMoney. Alrighty. No night owls among the Ramsey fans today, but of course they could have given up because I was supposed to do this at 9:30, and again I apologize to anybody who's watching this later. Sorry I didn't get on there in time. It just took, the movie got over later, 15 minutes later than I thought, and then it took way longer to go eat at Chick-fil-A with my boy before I took him home. So this was as soon as I could do this. So, but I did want to do it. So even if nobody's watching, that's fine. What up, Maddie Bags? Maddie Bags is watching. Alrighty. So today's Ramsey Show hosts on a replay were Ken Coleman, and also the former YouTube host, the live events host for years, and the host of the Borrowed Future Entree Leadership and the Fine Print, George Camel. And I do have a Camel song. How's it go? Opened up YouTube, saw the thumbnail was Camel. It's always fun with George on the panel. Something like that. Oh yeah, Ayo wears ASOS and Deloney wears flannel. No one does it better than our guy George Camel. Okay, I don't know exactly how that song goes. Maddie Bags is making bags. Sid says I had to start the show when I couldn't watch. Thank you guys for supporting me. I appreciate it. even at this late date. I could not, again, in case you didn't hear it earlier, the movie got out like 15-20 minutes later than I thought it was, and then it took us way long, many hours to it seems like, to eat at Chick-fil-A, and then I had to take the boy home before I got back here because he has work first thing in the morning. So, but I'm doing it. Let's see. Market report. Oh, and I'm talking a little bit quieter than normal. I think it's good on the, let's check to see if it's good on the sound. I think it is. Talking a little bit quieter in case my neighbors are trying to sleep or something. Don't want to disturb them. As you can see, mostly down today. The only thing up was the freaking Russell Small Cap Index. Although the NASDAQ is the least down. That's like almost even, 0.071. As you can see, just about $11 down out of 15,169. So that's not, you know, big percentage at all. So I have a good chance at winning fantasy mutual funds for today. We'll see. Let's see, move the chat out of the way. Micron Technology, Nike, General Mills next week too. And these are reporting. Paycheck and Cintas reporting earnings next week. We'll see if those do anything for the market. The most followed single stocks on Google, all of them down except for Amazon, up 0.68%. That's pretty good. And Tesla up 0.61% in a rare move day for them, where they don't go above like 3 or 4% even. Normally they're over that, and today it's in the percentiles of a percent. Alright, so let's check the rest of the planet, which is my excuse to do accents. Now that's what I do, the currencies. But let's check the rest of the planet. Though we have mostly down in Europe, the market is all down in Asia. And here's where I do looks like Euro and the US dollar are dead even. How about that? Same thing for the US dollar and Japanese yen. I wonder if those just aren't reported or something, or if it's a weird time that I'm doing this and it's a weird time that affects those. I do not know. But the British pound, though, is down against the US dollar, mate. Yeah, and the US dollar against the Canadian dollar as well is 0. So I don't know what's going on there at all. All of them except the British pound. What in the world is up? Yeah, it's just a straight line there for one day. Let's see, 5 days. That is weird. I wonder if the other like markets close or something. That is weird. I do not know why that is. Alrighty, and our pals in crypto finally having an up day. They've been down a bunch. Let's go. Yeah, that's 5 days for Bitcoin, and as you can see, the 5-day is down. 1 day down as well, slightly down. 6 months, as you can see, still up from 6 months ago though. And I'm sorry, most mutual funds I'm looking at are like, what's a good example of one? How about Fidelity Blue Chip Fund? As you can see, the 6 month is not that good, 0.23% over the 6 month, but the year to date is 12.16%, And so that's about how they've been going. It did come down some today as well. But so the year, I mean, in the pretty much, I think it's like that, and not much at all up for over the past 6 months. But the previous 6 months was more like 20% or so. It was 22% yesterday, but market came down since then, so maybe another 2% down. So that is the dealio on that. I think we have everything else we need. Let's see what this story is. Markets now. Dow tumbles as volatility returns to Wall Street. S&P closed down 1%. Even though the Fed's move was no surprise, it's bitter medicine for the market. Yeah, they announced that on Wednesday or Thursday, and the market went up since then. So I don't know why that would be the thing. Meanwhile, spread of the latest COVID variant, Omicron, continues to be a concern around the world. Investors are trying to assess how likely new lockdowns are and what they could do to demand. The Spider-Man, the theater I watched Spider-Man in today was almost completely sold out. Just a couple seats here and there were not sold out, and that's the first time in the pandy that has happened for even the big movies that I've gone there to see with my son. So don't know what happened in that. All right, this from CNN Business. Labor shortage just cost FedEx $470 million, but it thinks things will get better soon. So let's see why they think that. Or if it explains. Okay, so labor shortage cost them $470 million. Executives believe the hiring situation is going to get better soon. Why? Although FedEx's revenue was up nearly $3 billion to $23.5 billion. That's not bad. In the quarter ended November 30th. Its adjusted income was essentially unchanged. The labor shortage was the biggest single reason. The difficult labor market once again had the largest effect on our bottom line, said the chief financial officer. He said the $470 million cost was split nearly evenly between two factors. The first was higher pay to employees and higher rates paid to outside trucking firms used by the company. Alright, the other half was the cost of inefficiencies, greater use of outside trucking companies, the increased cost to reposition assets in the network, and the need to address staffing shortages. What up, Joe? Thanks for checking us out on the After Dark edition. And I did not do the normal 6 p.m. Eastern show because I was at Spider-Man No Way Home at that time. And I thought I'd be able to do the show at 9:30 p.m., but that didn't happen either because the movie got out later than I thought, and it took us longer to eat at Chick-fil-A. But Chick-fil-A was open for inside dining, which is why we went there. Alright, so I think we got everything from here. Their deal is that that $470 million was higher paid employees, higher rates paid to outside trucking firms, and the other half was the cost of inefficiencies, including the greater use of outside trucking companies. I'm sure they'd rather do it all in-house if they can, but at least they're getting it done. And they did make they did make $3 billion almost for the last quarter. So $12 billion a year is not bad, I don't guess. Alrighty, this from CNBC says Bitcoin may not last that much longer, academic warns. Let's see what this is all about. Key point, Eswar Prasad, sorry if that's incorrectly pronounced, senior professor of international trade policy at Cornell University, told CNBC's Squawk Box Europe earlier this month Bitcoin itself may last that much longer. Bitcoin's price has been highly volatile over the last few years, and in the last month, the price of a Bitcoin has fallen from around, $58,000 to less than $48,000. While there used to be just a few cryptocurrencies, today there are hundreds, and some of them are more useful and more environmentally friendly than Bitcoin. The future of Bitcoin is anyone's guess, but one academic has warned that the world's most popular cryptocurrency could fade out in the near future. Volatile, we talked about that. It's repeating the same thing over and over again. Blockchain is the underlying technology behind most cryptocurrencies. It's essentially a digital ledger of virtual currency transactions, which is distributed across a global network of computers. Bitcoin's use of the blockchain technology is not very efficient. And so, let's say cryptocurrency uses a validation mechanism for transactions that is environmentally constructive. That's all that Bitcoin mining that the kids are doing. So Bitcoin's carbon footprint is bigger than the whole of New Zealand, in fact. So he believes blockchain technology will be fundamentally transformative in the way the finance is done and in the way we conduct our day-to-day transactions, like buying a house or buying a car. Given that Bitcoin is not serving well as a medium of exchange, I don't think it's going to have any fundamental value other than whatever investors' faith leads it to have. Well, that's basically what it is now, but I can see the points that he's making. So this one, not necessarily for about finances, but I thought it was interesting. It's from the BBC News, BBC.com. AI, artificial intelligence, argues for and against itself in an Oxford Union debate. I don't know if they actually had the AI did not take the form of a robot. Instead, its answers were read out by humans, I'm assuming. Let's see. The artificial intelligence argued that the only way to stop such tech becoming too powerful is to have no AI at all. But it also argued the best option could be to embed it into our brains as a conscious AI. All right. The experiment was designed to ignite conversation on the ethics of the technology. It was given access to a huge range of data, including the whole of Wikipedia, 63 million English news articles from 2016 to 2019, and 38 gigabytes worth of public Reddit posts and comments. That was a mistake there. Unless they're picking and choosing the posts and comments. If they're just saying at random Reddit posts and comments. Oh, the AI. I'm surprised the AI didn't just say, okay, enough of this, and become sentient and destroy us all right then just because of Reddit comments. That would be funny. Kinda. I guess it would be in the humanity, but you gotta try to see the good in things. And this finally from CNBC, how your credit card debt can get in the way of your retirement savings. Key points. For the millions of Americans with credit card debt, saving enough for retirement can be a challenge. And the other key point is experts have tips. I think Annie Nova might have been trying to get out of there. Actually, the key points probably are not written by the reporter. Oh, and look at that. Annie Reporter is her handle on the Twitter, I'm assuming, and the Instagram. Sorry, Annie, just playing around. Like I said, I bet you don't even write the key points. All right, so working Americans rank credit card debt as one of the top challenges their ability to save for retirement. I got so excited about the key point things, I forgot to comment on this about how your credit card debt can get in the way of your retirement savings. When I saw this, I didn't read the article yet. When I saw this headline earlier today in the morning, as a matter of fact, I thought immediately, it's what, by having any credit card debt at all? Is that how it gets in the way? So, oh, my chair. There we go. I need to fix that. Let's see. They rank credit card debt as one of the top challenges to their ability to save for retirement. What would be worse? Car debt? $500, $600 car payment maybe? Anyway, that's the finding in a new survey conducted over the summer by Goldman Sachs that included more than 1,200 people. Melinda Opperman, President and Chief Relationship Officer for the nonprofit Credit.org, wasn't surprised by the research. Every dollar someone must put toward debt repayment is a dollar they can't set aside for retirement. You right, Melinda. You right. CNBC spoke to experts about how those with debt can still try to build a nest egg. It's hard to save and pay down debt. Should I prioritize? Well, no. Abandoning either goal is a bad idea, experts say. There are consequences for not paying off credit card debt today, while not saving for retirement sets up one for more pain down the road. If you make only minimum payments while carrying the average credit card balance of $6,300 with around a 17% interest rate, oh my goodness. Getting chills just thinking about 17% interest. It will take you close to 18 years to be out of debt. And by then you'd have paid more than $7,600 in interest, according to calculations by this gentleman. Meanwhile, delaying saving for retirement will have huge costs too. If you began saving $200 a month for your older years at around age 20, you'd have $570,000 at age 65, assuming an annual return of 6.5%. We at Ramsey Solutions. I don't work there. I'm just Ramsey adjacent. I'm aware, AJ, that it's not the show time. I was supposed to, at 6 o'clock, I was watching Spider-Man No Way Home. Excellent movie, by the way. Highly recommend. I was doing that, and I thought I'd be able to do the show at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. But the movie got over like 15-20 minutes later than I thought it was. And then it took way too long for my boy and I to travel by car to the Chick-fil-A and put our order in and wait for the order as well. The inside dining was open, of course, though that's why we went there. But so I got home a little bit before 11 and just started it. So, AJ, I appreciate you coming out, dog. What were you kids can put in the chat what you're doing? I know Maddie Bags is delivering pizzas. What are you guys doing at this time? I know it's night time. Oh, okay, you're getting ready to go to bed. What were you doing, AJ? I might have won today because the NASDAQ was the least down, although small cap was up 1%, I think. So we'll see about that on the Monday. Let's see, where was I? Oh yeah, in Ramsey World, it's 10 to 12% is what it makes. A lot of people like to factor in inflation and such. Include all that in there when they do annual returns. But the S&P 500 is done 10 to 12%, and that's what Dave Ramsey goes by. If you waited till 25 to do this, you'd have 4,000 or 435,000 instead of the 570. So that difference of 5 years makes $135,000. I did that math in my head. And if you waited till 37, just $180,000. So yeah, the longer you wait, the more that happens. So how can I do both at the same time then? Because interest rates on credit cards are so high, experts say you should at least pay more than your required obligations. Minimum credit card payments are almost always a bad idea. It's really hard to build any sort of wealth if you're paying that much in interest every month. At the same time, though, you want to be saving for something for retirement. It's hard for people to change their habits, so don't ever stop saving entirely. Well, okay, it's hard for people to change their habits, but they could change them, and probably the best idea, at least we in Ramsey World think, would be to pay off the credit cards completely first before you start investing, and then you have all that money to invest in. You're not doing like both at the same time. Doing both at the same time is like you're trying to fill a bucket of water with water, and it has a hole in the bottom, and that debt's coming out. So you're like trying to, I'm going to save this much, but it's constantly leaking out. So we believe that it's better to pay off your non-mortgage debt altogether before starting investing. And if you already started investing, like through your job or whatever, stop contributing as long as it takes you to pay off debt, which that is baby step 2. Baby step 1, of course, $1,000 emergency fund. If you have any questions about baby steps, I'll be more than happy to answer them. CoachDeepMoney@gmail.com. Even if you have just $20 deducted per pay period, it can add up, and you likely won't miss it coming out of your paycheck. You likely won't miss it if it goes to debt either. So that's, again, what we would recommend. Yeah, it can, and a lot of people do it both at the same time. But also a lot of people don't do any saving, don't do any retirement, and also just pay minimums, and you don't get anywhere at all doing that. If your employer offers a 401k match, you should try to contribute enough to get the full benefit. Yes, in Ramsey world, you give up that match while you pay off your debt, and then you can get back into it, and then you have the extra from the debt payments that you were making that you could invest there. You won't catch up completely, but you'll do pretty good. AJ didn't say what he was doing before it's night time, so that's fine. I'll have to find out on Monday morning. Okay. To free up more money with which to save, you can apply for a zero balance credit card. Dave Ramsey said you don't move money around. Moving money around does nothing. You still owe the same amount of money, but a lot of people do this zero balance. You might be able to pay down your debt without monster interest charge and still carve out some retirement savings along the way. Without credit card interest payments, you may even be able to up the percentage you contribute to. Yeah, that's still trying to do both at the same time. Should you use retirement savings to pay credit card debt? Opperman says no, and this is exactly what Dave Ramsey says as well. Because the penalties for cashing out early are too steep to make it worthwhile. Withdrawals from 401k accounts before age 59.5 are subject to a 10% penalty and taxes. That means if you needed $15,000, you'd have to take out close to $24,000 after accounting for those charges. So the only time you do that is to avoid foreclosure or bankruptcy. That's the only time you would do that. Otherwise, you don't do that to try to get rid of your debt or anything like that, because it's much more expensive to pay the 10% penalty and taxes. And of course, the cash you pull out will also miss on future market gains. The S&P 500 index is up more than 20% this year. That's right. That's right. So that's what I don't understand. So they're admitting the S&P 500 index is up more than 20% this year, but way up here they say assuming annual return is 6.5, and they all do that. They all do go around 7 or so. They won't do to 10 to 12%. Even though this year it's 20. So as much as I dislike credit card debt, it's hard for me to make a case that you should take an early withdrawal from your 401k. No, you absolutely should not. No, and I guess that's it. Alrighty, well, I appreciate you watching. Let's go and do upcoming streams. How about that? Monday through Friday, of course, is this show, the Ramsey Show, Aftershow show. And unless I have to go see a movie at 6 p.m. Eastern, it will always be at 6 p.m. Eastern. And I will be live even on the upcoming days when the Ramsey Show is a replay. I will be live after that replay. And it is going to be, next week, it will be new shows on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And Wednesday is the Giving Show, and that's the last show of the year. Thursday and Friday will be replays, and the entire next week will be the replays. And the next new show after that will be on January 3rd, on the Monday, January 3rd. But anyway, I am planning on every weekday, even Christmas Eve. And New Year's Eve is a Friday as well. Yeah, New Year's Eve. Yeah, I'm planning on being live as well. I'll say definitely for sure when it gets closer to that. Also Mondays 8 p.m. Eastern Time, alternating tech support and Ramsey coach support. And on those I go to the affiliated Reddit subreddits for tech support and for Dave Ramsey, and I answer questions from those subreddits and comment on things that are on there. Wednesday, no set time, Curse of Oak Island recap. I can normally, it comes on Tuesday night on the History Channel. I can't watch it normally until Wednesday early morning. And so I have to have time to pull the pictures and write the script for that, and then record it and then upload it. And so normally by, I like to have it done by 8 p.m. On Wednesday, completely uploaded and such, because that's when I start Old Man Video Gaming on, and that's Wednesdays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Alright, but if Bella says, hey, I want to play games, Father Video Gaming will preempt any scheduled stream except the after show because that's too early, and the Oak Island recaps because those are pre-recorded. So, but anything else could be preempted for Father Video Gaming whenever she wants to play. Alrighty, and to go through my plugs again. Schedule free consultation. You can click that right there, or the link in the description, or the link at the top of the chat that says ramseycoach.com/Coach Steve Money. You can even type that in if you want. That'll work as well if you want to make life hard for yourself. The P is for PayPal, and you can do donations that way, and that is paypal.me/Coach Steve Money. It's right here at the bottom of my webcam frame. Email coachstevemoney@gmail.com. We can talk about whatever you want. Twitter and Instagram. I am going to post something on there this weekend, promise. And that is Coach Steve Money, no spaces. Alrighty, then at the end of it, I appreciate you guys for at least coming in and saying hi. Thank you so much. 304 subscribers. It wasn't that long ago that I was trying to get 100. It just seems like maybe a week and a half ago. I think it was more like 2 or 3 weeks or something like that. But then Oak Island happened to me, and so people seem to love that. There's one of the videos, and let's just check it out. Oak Island. One of them is, oh, of course it doesn't say it on there. Well, crud. Here's where it will say Oak Island playlist. Let's see. 7.1 thousand views on this one from 3 weeks ago. This is episode 4 recap. 6.3 for the episode 5 and 3.7 for the episode 6. And so these will go up over time, I'm sure, but that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I've lost my train of thought. Oh, I just wanted to share, I think, how many views that one Oak Island video got. Pretty cool. Alrighty. Oh yeah, and I had 85 hours of viewed time yesterday. Pretty amazing. Alright, so that will do it for tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow night. Again, upcoming stream. That one would be Old Man Video Gaming, and I will be playing, what's up next? Either Dark or some more PC building simulator. Alrighty. Have a wonderful weekend. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. All that. And also make smart financial decisions every day. Have a good night. Test, test, test.